All right, boys and girls, welcome back to another edition of the Traveling P Roadshow. Today I'm on the road. I'm actually stopped by my dad's house, and I have a special guest. My sister Victoria is going to join us today. Victoria, say hi to all the boys and girls out there in virtual learning world.
Hi, everyone.
All right, awesome. So today we are going to play a game called Soccer Bocce, and it's very similar to the actual game Bocce. If you are familiar with Bocce, that's where there's a white small ball. It's typically called the Polino, and you throw it out. And the idea is that you throw colored bocce balls to try and get your team's bocce ball as close to the white Polino as possible. There's a whole scoring system put in place. It's 1 point for the team that is closest to the Polino, and it's 2 points if your bocce ball is actually touching the Polino. Well, today we're going to play our own version. Like I said, it's called Soccer Bocce, and here's how it works. You're going to need a Polino. So if you look down here, Coach Brian has some soccer balls put in place. I assume, and I am almost positive you don't have these supplies at home. So you got to be a little creative today. So for our Polino, we're going to use a white soccer ball because I have access to it. But you can use things like, go ahead, Torres, hold it up for us. One of Victoria's smelly. Oh, she's holding up a cone. So you can use a cone. You can use one of Victoria's smelly sneakers, or she actually has a field hockey ball. All right, Victoria has a field hockey game later today, so she has been kind enough to help us with our video, and for that we are very thankful. So anything really works as a Polino, just as long as you have a target and you have something to throw out. So I'm going to turn the camera over to Victoria, and I'm going to show you what we're going to use for our Polino. So we have a white soccer ball, and in bocce, you actually throw the ball. But because we're playing soccer, we know that the cardinal rule and rule number one is we don't use what part of our body. If you said hands, that is correct. So we're going to put the Polino on the ground, and we're just going to kick it out into the open field. And as you can see behind me, we have two different colored soccer balls. Torres, what color do you want to be?
I'll be purple.
Purple, awesome. Coach Brian will be the Aston yellow. All right, so I'm going to kick the Polino out into the open field, and that's our target. That's what we're trying to hit. So right now, I'll go first since Victoria's doing an awesome job with the camera work, and we'll play a best of three series. So I'm going to use my instep to kick the soccer ball. I don't want to kick with my toe. I don't want to kick with my laces here. We'll talk about kicking with the laces when we get into our shooting. Right now, I want to use the instep. I want to keep the ball low on the ground. I don't want to kick it over the back fence, and I want to try and aim towards that target. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to step with my opposite foot beside the soccer ball, make contact with the inside, and if I do everything correctly, hopefully this yellow soccer ball goes really close to our Polino. Here we go. Ready? Oh, my goodness. Oh, and just like that, that's a pretty good shot, pretty close to our Polino. I'm going to take over camera responsibilities, and it's Victoria's turn. All right, so she's on the purple team. Oh, and she actually knocked Coach Brian out of position with a really nice shot. And her soccer ball is actually kissing or touching the Polino, which in bocce would be worth 2 points. All right, so now it's my turn. All right, so got to try to get inside the purple ball here. All right. Oh, and I kicked it, moved the Polino a little bit closer to the yellow. I think yellow's in the lead right now. We have the closest ball to the bocce. However, Victoria has one more soccer ball to kick. All right. Oh, and who do you think's closer, Torres?
Thank you.
All right, I think yellow takes it. And again, if you're not exactly sure who's closer, you can count it out with steps. If you really want to get technical, you can bring out a tape measure or a ruler. The beauty of bocce is that you don't necessarily just have to play in the same area. So I'm actually going to let Victoria take the Polino, and she can kick it in any direction she wants. So right now, Coach Brian's up 1-0 if you're keeping score at home. Here we go. Torres, you're going to kick the Polino anywhere you'd like. Awesome. All right, so a little technical, right? She didn't kick it too far, so now we have to have a little bit of finesse and a little bit of touch. We don't need a lot of power, right? That's why we need to use the inside of our foot. I'll let Victoria go first this time. Purple team is up. All right, nice shot, a little too far, and now it's Coach Brian's turn. Hit the Polino a little closer to Victoria. It's going to be a tough call. However, we both have one shot left. Nice shot. All right. Looks like the Polino is closer to purple. It all comes down to this shot. Oh, and just like that, I believe the yellow ball's touching it, which would be a kiss, and that would be worth 2 points. And I think yellow takes it. So Coach Brian won 2 games. That was a best-of-3 series. And that's how soccer bocce ball works. Again, boys and girls, I don't expect you to have all of this equipment just laying around your house. So you got to be a little bit creative. If you have one soccer ball, that's totally fine as well. We're going to show you a quick little version how you can play with one soccer ball. All right. So Victoria, why don't you grab one of our Polinos over there, one of the shoes, the cones, you set it up anywhere you'd like. And we're just going to act like we only have one soccer ball today. All right, awesome. So right now we're just going to get rid of some of these other ones. And Victoria, you can go first. You can use the white soccer ball. And then after you shoot, you're going to go stand right where you left the soccer ball. And then you'll kick it back and it'll be Coach Brian's turn. All right. So, a little different version. All right, there we go. All right, nice job. So now you're going to go stand where your soccer ball landed. You can kick it back to me. Awesome. And I'm going to attempt to kick it, and I have to get it closer to the Polino than where Victoria's standing. All right, so here goes. Oh my goodness. All right, so Coach Brian botched that ball, and I kicked it all the way into the neighbor's yard. So we could see right off the bat that Victoria would win that one. So that's a quick little version of how you can do it if you and someone at home only have one soccer ball. All right. Hopefully you enjoyed this lesson. I would love to see what you guys are doing at home. Remember, we're working on passing today, so we're using the instep. Don't want to see any broken windows. Don't want to see any broken fences. Try to keep the soccer ball within your backyard. Don't kick it over the neighbor's fence. And we do that by not using a lot of power. And now we're working on finesse by using simply our instep or the inside of our foot. Special thanks to Victoria for helping us with today's lesson. This is Coach Brian officially signing off from my dad's house. Hopefully you enjoyed this lesson. Again, it's going to be your responsibility moving forward to come up with your own version of soccer bocce. You need to be really creative. Again, I know you don't necessarily have all these materials at home, but do your best. Try to think outside the box. And as always, feel free to send me any questions, concerns on Schoology. And also, mom or dad, grandma or grandpa, aunt or uncle, feel free to send me some pics of your son or daughter working hard in the backyard, maybe even inside the house. And I would love to see what versions and different ways you come up with to make your own soccer bocce ball. Again, this is Coach Brian signing off. Have a great rest of the day.